Hey, I'm Keith Urban, and I'm in City Limits, so why don't you come in and join me? I grew up playing country in Australia, and mostly because of my dad's record collection. He had a lot of Charlie Pride and Glenn Campbell and all that sort of stuff. So I've always been playing it. So it feels like a natural progression for me, albeit a really good one. Something I always hoped I could achieve. You know, when I was a kid, I used to see on the back of all my dad's records, it was always recorded in Nashville, Tennessee. So when I was about 7 or 8, I think I said to my dad, I got to go to Nashville. He's like, what do you want to go to Nashville for? I said, well, that's where you go to record records. And, you know, I'd been playing guitar since I was 6. So coming to Nashville was a real natural progression again. But I didn't know when I'd come. I just kind of set my sights on coming one day. I don't think of myself as a sex object, good Lord. I mean, you know, I think any musician who wants to try and get their music across to people is trying to find ways to do that. And in this day and age, it's not just a matter of getting on the radio and that's it. You know, you really do have to find other outlets. And it was just fortunate that people wanted to do this article, and more so Playgirl wanted to do this article. And with regard to the Playgirl shoot, I'm just grateful that I play guitar and not harmonica. Garth Brooks had called me to come and play on his album, and it was one of those weird phone calls that you don't expect to get. But, you know, I'd been in Nashville for about 7 years and playing around the town so much, and a lot of people had become aware of my playing. And I think what I do is a certain kind of playing. It's you know, there's guys that play a lot better than me, there's no question, but I kind of have a certain thing, and I guess that's what Garth wanted, and I just got this call, and it was amazing. So I went and spent the day in the studio with him. And it was funny because I didn't think anything about it while I was in there. You know, Garth is such an unassuming guy. We just spent a couple of hours in the studio, and he told me what he wanted, you know, played that, and it was all cool. And I went home and was talking to my mum in Australia, and she said, so what'd you do today? And I said, oh, I went down and I played on a Garth Brooks record. And I went, oh my God, I played on a Garth Brooks record. I think a lot of the country artists have had connections to other genres. I think it's just becoming a little more acceptable to present those other influences. I think, you know, this for years and years and years, when you've gone out and see country bands live, they'll inevitably launch into some Skynyrd song or, you know, some Rolling Stones or something. And I don't know what it is. It's just... I think, you know, rock and roll is just at the basis of so many forms of music, and country and rock and blues and gospel all come from the same part of the States.